Well, hello, my paranormal peeps, and welcome back to another Deep Woods Paranormal podcast. My name is Matt Harvey. I am the host of the Deep Woods Paranormal podcast. I'm also the founder and lead investigator of Deep Woods Paranormal, along with my wife Amanda. We investigate everything paranormal, from ghosts to UFOs to Dogman, Bigfoot, UFOs, strange lights, river monsters, lake monsters, cryptid creatures. If it's paranormal in nature, we investigate it. All right. So, that being said, also, I need to let people know we've been helping a lot of people in their homes lately with ghosts and stuff like that. But we also help people with other things as well, Bigfoot research and stuff like that. So, if you're having an issue with paranormal activity, please feel free to contact us. We don't charge for our services. If you're in Central Texas, we can come out and help you. If you're somewhere else, we can essentially try and find another team or whatever to come help you as well. All right, so let's get into the paranormal news. I'm going to share my screen with you. I don't know what. Okay, I do know what this is on. Okay, all right. So if you're listening on the audio podcast, we are on speaker from iHeartRadio. That's our main platform. If you're on any other platform that we're on, you'll probably see this as well. So my information's in the description. Also, all of our links to everything basically we do is also in the description. And I'll talk about these kind of one by one in just a second here. But basically, if you want to listen to our podcast, come onto our speaker platform. If you're watching and you just want to, listen, you're in the car or you're going to bed or whatever. We try not to make these podcasts too scary. We just want to have them be fun and entertaining and show real, actual paranormal evidence and talk about things that are real, so that you guys can make up your own minds and you guys can choose whether things are paranormal or not. So on the paranormal news, what I do is I basically present you guys with videos or audio, and I kind of give both sides of the coin, if you will. I play devil's advocate. I tell you why I think it's paranormal, and then I tell you why I don't think it's paranormal. And I tell you if I think it's faked or real. And again, you guys have to make up your own minds. Take everything you hear on here with a grain of salt. Any paranormal research at this point is just, it's it's all just theory, if you will. If we're looking at it from a scientific standpoint, it's just theory. There is proof out there, and we're going to look at some of it today. So anyways, let's keep going. Okay, so if you're listening on audio podcast and you'd like to watch the podcast, the link's down below. This is our Deep Woods Paranormal YouTube channel. We do more than just podcasts. We have full episodes of investigations, everything from ghosts to Bigfoot to UFO research and stuff like that. I don't think actually the UFO research is up there anymore because YouTube took it down. Anyways, yeah, that's what happened to my other account, by the way, because I posted something that was a little too real for them, I guess. Okay. Anyways, so basically, there's shorts in here too. If you guys like shorts, we have our little TikTok videos that we have on here as well. So if we're also on TikTok, I don't know how much longer TikTok and a few of these other platforms are going to be around, but we'll see. We don't normally post a lot of videos over on TikTok. We post most of our stuff here because it's longer than about 5 minutes. So if you want to come over here and visit our YouTube channel, like I said, there's a lot of stuff on here. Bigfoot investigations, ghost hunts, and other things like that, not just the podcasts. Same goes for the Rumble channel that we have. Almost everything that's on YouTube now is actually over on Rumble. And so this channel is growing like crazy. I think we started this back in January or December of last year. I don't remember when we did, but we're gaining followers like crazy. And speaking of followers, thank you guys so much for following our channels, liking our videos, liking our audio, giving us thumbs up for everything, like here. If you would do me a favor, subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss anything. We do post quite a bit of content every week. Normally we post 4 to 5 times a week, if not more. Not just the podcast. We're going to be doing more Bigfoot research. And we're going to take you guys along for the ride on that. And then also I am working on putting together a Bigfoot show. And then Amanda's going to be doing a different show of her own. If you don't know, we are producers. We do own Deep Woods Paranormal Productions. And so basically when you see the Deep Woods Productions on the front of the videos, when in the intros, essentially that's us. That's Amanda and I. We've worked with several producers over the years, everywhere from Fox to Discovery to MTV, believe it or not, producers that helped create The Real World and stuff like that. We were working with them, and things happened, and unfortunately, we weren't able to continue on with those projects. Nothing we did or they did, it just happened that way. So, anyways, if you want to watch a Rumble channel, they're here. We like Rumble a lot because they basically don't judge you. Our audio podcasts are also going to be here. So anything I upload to YouTube will come across here. If you guys like listening to the audio podcasts, they will be here. So like if you're driving or whatever, and you can't watch the video, you can turn it on audio-wise, or you can go to back here to our speaker page. And we're on, God, I think we're on 60 different audio platforms now. So let me go up. This shows some of them. But Chaser is one of the newer ones we're on, and we're just getting followers like crazy. So Podcast Addiction is also another hot one. Deezer, Castbox, Good Pods, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts. We're supposed to be on Amazon too, but basically there's a lot more that are not listed here. So anyways, getting back over here. And then if you just want a one-stop shop for everything, our podcasts, our audio podcasts are right here. This is our Deep Woods Paranormal page. And this is our podcast section of our website. You can come on here and you can click on any of these podcasts and you can listen for free. We don't ask for anything unless you'd like to make a donation, and I'll talk to you about that in just a second. But our podcast, our YouTube channel is also on our website. And I'll switch over. So basically, whatever the last YouTube video we put up, it comes here. So basically, you can see or listen to our podcast here as well. And then, of course, all our social media is down below if you guys want to follow us there. And then we are sponsored by Manscaped now. And we just want to thank them for the opportunity. If you get a chance, come over here to their website. And if you do decide to buy something, put in the discount code DWP. And DWP stands for Deep Woods Paranormal. But I've been using their products for about a month now. I've used everything you see in the picture. They have 2 different types of what's called crop preserver. And essentially, it's just deodorant for down there. One's a spray. One's like a more like a creamy liquid that you spread down there. And then, of course, they have the trimmer and the nose hair trimmer. We also got some boxers and a T-shirt from them, which are amazing, by the way. If you want some of those, I mean, I would get them off there. And then they sent us a carrying case, a travel case, which was really cool. And we put basically everything in there, and I basically leave it down there. If you want know more, hit the play now button on their site. Bear with me, it's 3:00 in the morning. All right, so we were talking about donations. This is the Deep Woods Paranormal Buy Me a Coffee page. If you're interested in buying us coffee, they're about $3 a piece. Our goal is to make $2,000 to essentially help us buy a new piece of video equipment. The 2 pieces of gear I've been talking about for 2 weeks are almost here. So I'm excited. We got the two different pieces of gear coming, and we'll do maybe a standalone videos for those and show you guys those and give you our opinions of maybe a breakdown of what we think of them. I have not seen very many people using a Tesla coil to do ghost hunting, and I've not seen very many people use the geophone to do ghost hunting. I've seen it on the TV shows. Nick Groff of what I don't even know what group he's in now, but he's basically on his own. But he and Katrina were using it in that one show they were on. So we're gonna see. We're gonna try it out and see if it works. Hopefully, it arrives tomorrow. All right, let's get into what I call the news. And what we do on the news is essentially we watch videos or listen to audio or whatever. In the future, I will be sharing our audio and video from different locations. As I talked about, we're doing a Bigfoot show. We're in the process of starting to put it together. It's going to be a long process, probably about 6 months. We're going to be doing a lot of events in between there. And so you guys will be able to come out and see us. I talk about the event out in San Antonio in May. It's a big time event. We're going to have a lot of Bigfoot experts there and stuff like that. And helping somebody work on a Bigfoot video, Bigfoot movie, which is going to be amazing. It's going to be a lot of fun. And so you can meet some of the characters possibly and meet Bigfoot himself, maybe. So if you're interested in that, follow us on social media. I'll probably talk about it on here as well. I'm not allowed to give out very much information yet, so I want to be careful about what I say because the movie's not my movie, but it's a friend's movie, and I think it's going to be excellent. So, anyways, all right. So let's start with this news. I call this the news, but basically, we're going to watch videos today of different paranormal activity going on. Don't worry if you are listening on the audio. I will give you a description of what's going on. Like I said before, I will give you I'll tell you what I think about the video. Essentially, I'll break it down for you. I'll kind of play devil's advocate. Why do I think it's real? Why do I think it's fake? Whatever. And then I'll set this up for you audibly so you can at least kind of mentally see it. If you want to watch it later on, just a standalone video, the link will be down below for you to scroll down and find. It'll be at the very bottom, so you guys can see all these videos and make up your own mind. Now, remember, take this all with a grain of salt. This is all just theory at this point. Yes, there is proof of ghosts and Bigfoots and UFOs and all this other stuff, but you really have to make up your own mind. It's like I always say, you have to have an experience. Was that a shadow in the doorway? You have to have an experience where, yeah, there's a shadow in the doorway. It just peeked out. Anyways, you have to have an experience where you can say that couldn't be anything else but. What in the world? Can you just come out into the middle of the doorway? Just show yourself? Okay, so, I got the goosebumps. Oh, cool. Oh, thank you. We saw you. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing my screen for just a minute here. Holy crap. Just a second. Okay, so watching the video, there it is, right there. So right about where the light switch is, a shadow keeps peeking around the corner at us. Last week, there it is again. It's just a dark silhouette. Thank you. We appreciate you. My wife's in bed, so it's like I said, it's 3:00 in the morning. I'm kind of whispering because I don't want to be too loud. But if you can see behind me, let me see if I can move the chair out of the way. These dolls are basically said to be haunted. This one I got at a thrift store, and I'm pretty sure she has some kind of energy. Same with the second one over there. She's a little creepier. We did a whole session, EVP session with them, and also a spirit box session with them. But I'd like to do geobox session with them as well. The Raggedy Ann doll on the end there, she doesn't have, I don't think she has any energy. I just bought her recently, last year. So from a regular store. I don't know if she has energy or not. We've taken her to several haunted locations, so maybe something is attached to her. And then there's several things over here that have a lot of energy to it. This little thing down here is a razor, an antique razor. There's a dragon that came from a person that passed away. Their home. The crystal ball is not, but there's other things over here on that table. Did you guys see that? That's so cool. They're active tonight. Anyways, there's other things on that table that supposedly have attachments. There's been a lot of activity in the house recently. So I know you guys are saying, but you have haunted dolls. That's just not good. Well, I've always been against bringing anything that had an attachment into the home. Over the years, I've collected a lot of stuff from people, and before we moved from California to Texas, I disposed of most of it, and the razor was one of those things. So, but I kept that, and I think I kept a couple of things. I can't remember what it was, but the rule for them is that they have to stay in this area. They can't be disruptive or doing harm or causing problems or scaring anyone, anything like that. Our TV will turn on after we've closed out Hulu or Netflix or whatever, Roku, we've turned it off. The TV sometimes will turn right back on to a program that we weren't even watching, and TV volume will be all the way up. And it's always when you turn your back, it always makes you jump. So it happens every once in a while. But yeah, I mean, I'm not going to get into all that. Anyways, so yeah, there is some kind of attachments with these things. There seems to be somebody that likes to hang out in the hallway and peek around the corner as I'm sitting here doing my podcasts. And if you listen through our podcast, sometimes you will hear EVPs. If you don't see me respond to it, it means that it wasn't me talking. There's nobody else in the room. Amanda's probably about she's probably about 30 or 40 feet away in the bedroom, probably sleeping. And the dogs and the cats and everything are not anywhere in here. They're in the other room behind me. All right, so let's go back to try and share my screen again. Every time I start showing any kind of evidence, the activity picks up. I think the kids get curious as to what's going on. I think we have at least 3 little kids here, at least 1 or 2 little girls, and maybe a little boy too. So anyways, without further ado, let's get back into the news. I apologize for interrupting that, but I wanted to see if we could see that shadow in the doorway. Keep your eye on it. As we're watching this, you might see it poke its head back out. I can see it just like glancing out and dodging back every time I look back there through the camera. All right, so let's play this. Let me set this up for you. This is from the Travel Channel. Again, the link will be down in the description for you guys to come on here and watch this for yourselves. So you can make up your own minds. You can watch it however many times you want. So, all right. These 2 guys are investigating a abandoned care home. I believe they're in England, and essentially, I forget what show this is. I think it's Paranormal Con on Camera. So, anyways, they're in a hallway, and they basically just picked up an EVP in the laundry room down below, and so he's hearing something upstairs. So as he's standing here, he looks up and he sees a figure dart to the right. Now remember, dart to the right. And I'll show you, they show you later on in the video where he saw this thing. And just remember, it darted to the right, not to the left of the doorway, but to the right. And I'll explain why that's important in a second.
But at the time, Matt and Andy have no idea that a spirit is nearby.
It's like good quality wallpaper. Yeah. So, but yeah, you can see it goes up again. It went up. Hello.
Okay, so they were talking, and he pans up. There's a stairway, so I think I don't know what landing they're on. They're probably the second or third story. So they're just chit chatting, and then he pans up, and the stairways open here, so you can kind of see the landing above them, and something is actually looking down at them. And essentially, he gets caught on camera. It looks like a shadowy figure. I've looked at this video a few times, and the top portion of it's pretty solid. The bottom portion of the leg there looks kind of see through, and they'll play this for you one more time. So let me keep playing this video.
It was somebody stood at the top of the stairs, and as soon as I looked up and moved the camera up, whoever or whatever that might have been decided to move off.
So that's good. He's taking a skeptical point of view, and he's saying, "What the hell is that?" Hold on a second. Oh, it's my screen. Okay, never mind. Had a piece of hair there, and it looked like oh, I don't know what it looked like. Anyways, it's like I said, it's 3:00 in the morning, and I'm half asleep. So, okay. Hopefully you can hear him. I'll probably boost the audio a little bit, but there's something's black, like right here. So basically, you're seeing the stairs on the left, and then there's a landing here, and essentially there's something has come out to the left of the other stair, the landing stairs, and it's basically looking down at them. So you can kind of see it. It's dark. It blocks out everything behind it, which is a typical shadow figure type thing. Usually you can't see through them. Okay, did you see it just move? Now, let's play devil's advocate here. Now, I mean, could that be somebody in all black clothing with a hoodie on, maybe? There's no light up there, so it's hard to see them. Yes, it could be. It could be faked. I mean, you could easily replicate that probably. Let's keep watching. And then you hear it like scuffle off. So let's hear what he has to say.
My initial reaction was, who's that? Not what is that?
So that's good. He's taking a skeptical point of view. He's thinking it's a person too. And so he gave chase.
It was, who is that? I thought it's a person.
So he's running up the stairs giving chase. Whoa, hold on a second. They missed something. So let's go back for a second. As he's running up the stairs, watch.
It's a person.
Let me see if I can pause this. Right there. Right there. Something just ducked behind this door. Let me see if I can just pull this back just a hair. It's hard to see. Okay, so right as he goes around that corner, right there. Okay, sorry, I'm being a little loud. Okay, so it looks like there's something there. It like dodges back. This door has some ruffles to it, but there's something right here. There's a silhouette, this black silhouette right here. You can kind of see the upper like head portion of it. And then there's dark here, but there's no dark down here, only up here. Now that could be a play of the light too, because he's at a weird angle. So let's keep watching. And then it disappears. Now you can kind of still see it as he gets up there. It's right here. There's something black, like right behind this door. But he doesn't see that portion of it, and they didn't catch that. So let's keep watching. So now, okay, he's at the landing, looking up. And from what I can see, hold on, let me keep letting it play. Okay. So if you remember, I told you it goes to the right, right? Well, what's on the right? There's nothing there. It's a wall. So this thing literally ran into the wall, which is interesting. So let's keep playing this and hear what he has to say about it.
From cold because I saw somebody stood there. I saw a leg. Hello? But they went that way, and there's no way you can go.
I
Exactly.
feel scared. I felt on edge when I got to the doorway, and I looked up and down the corridor, and there was nobody there.
Okay. So, oh my gosh. I'm getting goosebumps up and down my back and down my arms. These little kids love these shows. All right. So I'm going to move on to the next one. Again, this will be linked in the description if you'd like to come take a look at this and make up your own mind. Was that a person, a real person, or was it something else? That's for you to decide. I'm not here. I'm not going to, when I go into an investigation, yes, we debunk as much as we can. We try and find God, I can't talk. Alternative explanations for things. But, watching these shows, I mean, I can play, like I said, I can play devil's advocate all night long with this, and I can go back and forth and back and forth. I could be on this video for hours trying to figure out what exactly happened, but I'm not going to do that. I want you guys to make up your own minds, and leave your comment down below. It was a person. Just be nice when you leave a comment. Everybody so far has been extremely nice, extremely courteous with their comments, and I really appreciate that. And we thank you again for taking the time to leave a comment. But let us know what you think. Was that a person, or was that maybe an entity that basically a shadow person that was just standing there observing them and then dodged to the right? Shadow people, from my experiences, and these are just my experiences, most of the time they're in places that are haunted, and most of the time they're just watching the paranormal investigator doing whatever he's doing. Now, in demonic cases, sometimes these shadow people, there's shadow people, and then there's demonic entities that look like shadow people. And usually shadow people are very they move away as soon as you see them. They'll disappear, they'll dodge, they'll disappear somewhere. They'll move away from you. You'll see them out of the corner of your eye, but they're usually not interactive with people, and they're usually not trying to hurt anybody. And the demonic type shadow person is completely the opposite. They're trying to hurt you. They're trying to mess with you. They're trying to, make you think, that you're crazy and whatever else. Anyways, I don't want to get into that. We'll get into that in another podcast. And, I say that I don't want to get into that. Only reason I don't want to get into that is because I'd rather discuss it in detail on another podcast. I would like to get through these videos and show you guys these. And I'm hoping you're enjoying this. Hopefully you're liking these videos and you're liking the audio, and hopefully I'm being descriptive enough so you guys can kind of understand what's going on. So again, I guess the theme of this paranormal news is paranormal caught on camera. This is a TV show. So basically just showing people's evidence. And unfortunately, I'm not able to find a lot of paranormal videos online anymore for some reason. But these shows actually show stuff. So this is what I'm showing you guys. And again, I'm a viewer kind of like you are, and I'm kind of mentally picking it apart or trying to decide for myself whether I think these things are real or not. So anyways, let's set up the next one. So this is a ghost hunter. He's at let's see, let's look at the description real quick. It says stalking spirit. Now this one's kind of creepy. I don't know if this is real or not. And again, you have to make up your own mind. So this paranormal investigator here starts hearing knocking. And I'll play the video for you guys so you can listen for yourselves. But he essentially, of course, it always ends up with a creepy basement. Usually when you're investigating, it either ends up with a creepy basement or a creepy attic or both. So anyways, he's going to go check out the creepy basement here. And then something basically kind of follows him, which is interesting. I've never seen anything like this before. So let's watch this, and you guys can kind of see what's going on. Again, link will be in the description for the audio and video podcast, so you can come back on here and watch it for yourself. If it'll play.
Jeremy forces himself down into the basement.
Okay, so it looks like he's kind of in a living room / kitchen area. He's just gone around the corner and opened a door, supposedly to a basement, and he's looking down because he's hearing things. Let me play this actually back, a little further back. Let me start it from almost the beginning. Okay, so you're hearing the knocking, and this knocking supposedly is coming from the basement. How he knows this is coming from the basement and not somewhere else is kind of interesting. And the fact that they don't actually show the basement is a little frustrating. But this probably comes from, somebody's, personal camera or a security camera in their home. Let's keep watching this. You'll hear the knocking, and then he goes down. Like I said, he goes down around the corner, into the hallway, and then down into the creepy basement.
All of the activity generally starts out with banging. A majority of the banging noises will be coming from the basement.
Terrified, Jeremy forces himself down into the basement. But he is not alone. Watch closely. Did you catch that?
So yeah, that's the true definition of a shadow person. Now that to me, and you have to bear with me, that to me possibly looks like it's been manipulated. Maybe it could possibly be a person just in a dark outfit. And this could have been faked, but again, you have to make up your own mind. So let's watch this again.
As moments after Jeremy goes down into the basement,
Okay, so if this thing would pause when I hit pause for the 15th time. Okay, let's watch this again. Right there. Okay. So again, this possibly could be an actual person. I mean, you can see hair, you can see what looks like an ear, you can see like the side of a head, and what looks like part of a t-shirt coming down like on the side of his arm here. Let me see, right here. If you're looking at it sideways, it looks like about here. The sleeve comes down on his arm. This is not a black silhouette, and then he seems to have something on like his belt or something, and then you can see the leg. The camera itself, the infrared camera, is not the best. It's probably an older video. I would imagine it's probably like an old Sony camera, maybe a video camera with actual VHS cassette tapes in it, the small ones that they used to have. Like we used these when we first started. That's all they had. They didn't have fully digital. They had tapes, and you had basically play the tapes. So anyways, this thing follows him down into the basement, supposedly. Let's watch.
a massive dark shadow hulks across the hallway. And
This thing just does not want to pause. It's weird how it won't pause right when I want it to pause.
dark shadow hulks across.
There we go. All right. So if you're watching this video, I paused it at about 56 seconds. And you can kind of now see it a little bit better. Again, as it gets zoomed in, it gets more and more pixelated. And then its hallway is pretty dark. Could it be a shadow person? Yes, it definitely could be a shadow person. Sorry, my little one's barking at me. You're probably saying, "Hey, come to bed, stupid. It's almost 4:00 in the morning." Anywho, so it walks behind him. When you look at it this way, there is really no defining features. It does block out whatever's it beside it, so that's kind of interesting. But again, the video is so pixelated that it's really hard to make out anything. The further away you get from the camera, the more blurred it gets. So it's not like a well-defined shape, and that's part of the problem. So let me play this.
Web and follows him.
Yeah.
And that's not all. Listen carefully. A disembodied voice down in the basement calls out to Jeremy.
Okay, so essentially a disembodied voice. Okay, so what a disembodied voice is a voice that you can actually hear, like I'm talking to you now. It's usually pretty clear, pretty loud enough for you to understand what it is. You may not be able to understand what it said, but you will be able to understand that you did hear something. It's not always a voice. It could be footsteps. It could be like knocking. It could be all kinds of different things. Anything vocal. Doesn't have to be a voice. So he got basically it said hi to him twice while he was down there.
Which is apparently more than Jeremy can take. Jeremy leaves JB's house, never to return. When JB reviews the footage, he understands why.
Okay, so it sounds like somebody followed him back up the stairs and was banging on the door, trying to get through the door to get out. I don't know. I don't want to be mean to other people's videos, but as a paranormal investigator, I'm looking at this going, yeah, that's really cool. Could it be real? Yes. Could it be fake? Yes, definitely could be faked. So yeah, I don't know. You guys have to make up your mind. Let's move on to the next one. All right. So in this one, you can already see. You can see this gentleman goes to the door to get a package that's just been delivered. His wife is sitting on the couch, and then next to her, there's some kind of thing. It almost looks like an alien, or like a Jedi with the skull for a face and skull for hands. They're calling this like a Grim Reaper, but essentially it's a home camera. Maybe he has, some kind of just security camera up by the door in case somebody breaks in or something. And essentially, you can see her sitting on the couch and him come up to the door. So just let's play this.
I opened the door to see what was going on. I noticed my package was damaged. Wanted to see if it was because the guy dropped it or just it came destroyed. So when we went back to see how the package showed up on the video camera, that's when we noticed it.
What they notice is this. Watch closely. Do you see it?
Okay, so I'm going to pause it here. Let me actually move it back just a tad. And we're going to play it just for a second. There. Okay. So again, when this gets zoomed in, it gets really pixelated. So again, probably an older camera or a low end camera, essentially focusing in on something sitting next to his wife that he didn't know at the beginning. Now looking at this, I see something looks like kind of like a head. And what you're seeing with the cloak part of it actually looks like a shadow. Like it's a shadow's being cast across, or it could be a hood. And looking down, there's something kind of gray here. They're calling it the Grim Reaper. I don't know if it has a skull for a face. Now, I've had my own experience with a creature like this in a house I lived in as a teenager, and I've talked about this many times on many podcasts. You guys can go back and listen to that. But I know those things are real. Usually, demonic entities will sometimes appear to you as something that scares you the most. For some reason, a skull, a skulled figure with bony hands and a cloak over it scared the living bejesus out of me for however long we lived there. So, anyways, yeah, they're saying that this is some kind of creature, some kind of ghostly apparition. Um, but it looks pretty solid to me. You can't see through it, which is interesting. And when they zoom way in like this, it's really hard to tell what it is. This could just be something leaned against the back of the couch. It doesn't look like it has legs or anything like that. And again, they're saying this is a bony hand, but that could just be a reflection of something off the camera. I'm sorry, off the coffee table. So let's listen to what they have to say.
Here, next to David's wife, a chilling figure with a skeletal face and black hooded robe. As David moves around the room, he blocks the camera for a few moments. But when he steps out of the way, the frightening figure is still there, staring straight ahead.
So the fact that it's still there and he's saying it's staring straight ahead, it hasn't moved. Again, that kind of throws up like, hey, that could be staged to me. Somebody just wanting attention. Paranormal stuff gets a lot of attention these days. I don't really see a skull for a face here. I do see the two eyes. I see the nose. I see the chin, but I don't really see any kind of a hood. No, I could be wrong. Again, you guys kind of make up your own minds. To me, this looks more like a ghostly face, to be honest with you. And again, it's not transparent. You can't see through it, which is interesting. So, and then of course they black and white did it.
God, that doesn't look normal at all. Deep black sinking eyes, very old looking skin that looks kind of melted with this weird black hair.
And it had a hood on with a gray pale face. It was really disturbing to see.
Especially because David's wife is the only other person in the living room.
My mom was on the couch. Dad was picking up a package. I was upstairs playing video game. And also my sister as well. She was just upstairs in the room.
So, what is this thing?
It seems as though someone or something is seated next to the mother on the couch. And when you zoom in, there definitely seems to be facial features, hair, a seeming body. And the thing that's the scariest, the thing that looks the most garish is the face.
I mean, this did not look like a person. The face.
Okay, so that's they're experts trying to basically say, oh, it's for sure something. Again, you could stage a doll to look like this. I mean, you could get a creepy doll, you could do all kinds of stuff to it and set it next to you. And the fact that it's not moving and it's there for a long period of time is very unusual for the paranormal. Usually when you see something paranormal or appears on camera or whatever, it's there and then it's gone. Basically, a lot of the times, I believe that it's just basically an imprint on the camera. The entity is using the video to imprint itself on there. That's why you don't really sometimes see things with your own eyes, but yet the camera picks it up. So who knows if this is real or faked? Only the people that live there really know if they did this. It seemed a little staged to me, the way it just shows the figure perfectly. And look at her watching the camera like, she knows that it's there. She's not afraid. She's not anything. She's just watching him do whatever he's doing. But she's, you can see the same thing. Look at her face. Her face is distorted. You can kind of see her eyes, but her hair comes down and you can't really see her mouth. Her nose is all distorted. She looks paranormal. If this thing wasn't here and you're looking straight at her, she kind of looks at paranormal. And I'm stopped the video at 2:03. So if you want to come back and watch this, again, you guys got to make up your own minds. It's if it's real, it's a creepy cool catch. If it's fake, then shame on them for doing that. But anyways, all right, this one's really cool too. This guy, I don't know what the whole thing was. I'm gonna play it from the beginning. He records a baby gate. He records a baby gate closing. Now we have these in our house. We have dogs, and we try and keep the dogs in certain places, especially at night, so they don't do anything stupid and destroy anything. So he's basically standing here. He's got the baby gate open, and it slams shut as he's recording something else. He's not even really paying attention to it. So then he basically goes on to open it again and say, "Can you slam it shut?" This to me is pretty interesting, unless it's been modified in some way. So let's watch this video.
A minute later, he urges the entity to confirm its presence.
Can you close the gate for me one more time, please? Are you good? Can you close the gate? Oh my God, dude.
I love how these videos never seem to pause when you hit the pause button. Anyways, so yeah, he had some kind of experience, and he asked them to close the gate. And you see it actually is stationary for a good, 10 seconds or so before it slams. It slams. It doesn't buckle, but it does slam and then bounce back open like something had pushed it really hard. Now, if somebody was on the other side and basically trying to push this closed, let me move this out of the way. Bear with me for a second. All right. So you can kind of see the baby gate. To basically have thrown this shut, you would have to either push it from the top or the bottom on this side, or you'd have to basically push it, twist it from where the hinges are and stuff like that. So let's keep watching this.
My name is Justin Soto, and I'm the one that filmed the moving baby gate video. When the gate shut, it took my breath away. I don't know if that's what it was. I couldn't even process it right away. I was pretty scared when it happened.
Okay, so that's cool. That shows you there was actually nobody there. I like how they showed the whole gate. And let me go back so you can see this. So here you can see almost the whole gate. Let me go to the video. So let's rewatch the video here.
When the gate shut.
Okay, so you can see he's not doing it on purpose, but I like that it worked out this way. You can see that there's nobody over here. Basically pulling that shut, pushing that shut, like pushing their hand out and shutting it as he's doing his thing. Also, I don't see any strings or anything like that. So let's just watch.
It took my breath away. I don't know if that's what it was.
And then, of course, his reaction of, "Oh my gosh, what just happened?" That tells you a lot too. He's freaked, and he's genuinely freaked. Unless he's a really good actor, I don't know. I don't think that was faked. I think that possibly was real. It's probably one of the most real videos we watched tonight. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Okay, so this is a paranormal caught on camera. and it doesn't say anything else. So let's just watch this video.
Hello. I know I hear you down here.
Yeah, let's start this from the beginning.
All right, here we go. Hello.
Okay, another basement. This guy had just turned on the lights going down the basement. Watch, if you're watching this video, watch to the right as he's walking down the stairs. Essentially, somebody ducks out from behind the wall on the right.
I know I hear you down here. I know I heard you.
Okay, so as he's walking down the stairs, let's review this back just a little bit. There. You see something peek around the corner. Again, another shadowy figure. This one's a little strange looking. It looks like it almost has like ponytail, but there's no defining features to it. This could possibly be a head, and this could be like a shoulder, if you will. This one's kind of creepy. Basements, for some reason, seem to hold a lot of energy. And so, if you think about it, there isn't really very many places in this world where somebody hasn't died. And so we're building our homes, we're building buildings and all this other stuff on top of these locations. And sometimes when you do that, you disturb the grave, even though, the bones might be thousands of years old. There may be nothing left of the actual grave. So they don't know. They don't know that they're building on top of a cemetery. So, anyways, like I said, basements seem to have some kind of energy to them. Or they also could be a place the spirit goes to basically get away from us. Maybe they don't want anything to do with us. What the heck was that? Look back in the doorway behind me. There is a lot of activity going on behind me. I know the kids like these videos, but something else is watching me. Like I said, the last time I did the video on Sunday that we did get on the audio, we got a male voice, and I'll go back next time we do the news. I'll go back through those with you guys, and we'll play some of the podcasts. Some of the audio clips or possible EVPs, if you will, that we've gotten during doing an EVP session. During a podcast session. All right, so let's keep playing this.
Just saw, holy man, holy, dude, I swear to gosh, there's nothing down here. My natural reaction was to turn around and run up. But when I turned around, I slipped and I just fell down the stairs.
So that's pretty creepy right there. That would be pretty hard to fake unless you had, again, some kind of an object that kind of looked like a human that was all black, that you kind of tilted out, into the doorway and then pulled it back real quick. Again, that could have been faked, but his reaction and to whatever was going on, then he goes down there. And then as he sees this thing, he freaks and he literally slips down the stairs. He went to turn and run, and I'm guessing his foot slipped and he just started sliding down the stairs. That's pretty creepy. Let's keep watching this.
And I was in panic mode.
So yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's keep going. Let's watch this last one. Hopefully I don't get in trouble for airing all this stuff, but these are basically just previews for this show. If you want to go watch the show, I would highly recommend it. I've seen this Paranormal Caught on Camera before. It seems pretty legit. They look like they actually post real stuff. So anyways, let's keep watching. Oh, I'm sorry. I need to describe this. Okay, so this looks like it's outside somewhere. Again, camera is not very good. It does not look like a night vision camera. It looks like just a regular, camera that does not have night vision, so it's not green. And what it appears like is something crosses the road multiple times, changing forms as it goes across. Now, could this be a ghost? Maybe. Could it be a skinwalker? Maybe. Could it be somebody just playing a prank? Who knows? Let's watch this.
Kid.
A wispy, childlike figure appears in the middle of the street, right where the car just sped through.
Out of nowhere,
And then
there's the dog.
a dog-like figure, almost transparent, enters from the right. Then a second childlike energy joins the duo.
Out of nowhere. Originally, I was like, okay, this had to have been a kid or something. Then, I was like, well, it couldn't have. We were all sitting out there at that time because we remembered the truck that went by at first. And we're like, well, we were sitting out there when all that happened. There was no kids behind that truck.
Okay, so let's go back. I like that he shows the I like that it shows the truck going by and it shows you that there's nothing really out there. The fact that it looks like a dog and maybe a kid or two come running by with the dog. That's very interesting. Could this be faked? Yeah, that could actually be a real dog and a real little kid or a couple little kids. But, I think he's being pretty honest. I don't think he made this up. I don't think they expected to see this. So to me, that tells me, it's a little bit stronger evidence. Yes, it could possibly be real. I've encountered a ghost dog before on our very first case. It was interesting. And I think I've been seeing my old dog Farley possibly around lately. So the other dogs seem to be kind of reacting to him. The ghost dog, or it could be another dog. I don't know, but it seems like it's Farley. I hope it is. I really miss that puppy. So, anyways, I'm sorry if I keep saying So these entities are like playing around in the street, and I wish this was in infrared because it'd be a little bit clearer. But you kind of see what looks like a Doberman, not a Doberman, a Dalmatian. Again, it is almost 4:00 in the morning, so bear with me here. So basically it looks like a Dalmatian, and these little kids look like they're playing with the dog. So my thinking is, okay, we need to do some research and look back for maybe hit and run accidents. Maybe a couple little kids got injured or killed in the street along with their dog. Maybe they were chasing after the dog when the dog got hit and they got hit by a car or something. I'd be very interested to find out more about the history of this street and see, what happened. Are there registered deaths of kids, being hit on the street? The dog would probably not be something you can find, but maybe the kids you could. So yeah, this is an interesting video. It's not very clear. Again, it's very pixelated because it's not really meant to be a night vision camera. I would imagine it's just basically is keeping an eye on their front yard. Probably has a motion light that comes on when something comes close. Bear with me as I scratch my head here. So the fact that no lights or anything come on is also kind of telling. So this is cool. Again, you got to make up your own mind. It's pretty hard to see. You can come back here and watch this video as well. All right, let me stop sharing my screen for a minute. All right. So yeah, I have my own little camera up here on the left over my right shoulder, actually. It keeps an eye on everything. Usually I have it pointed towards the haunted dolls and haunted objects, and it has picked up a few things in the office before. What I'm thinking is on the next paranormal news, we've had this camera set off by something when nobody was in here several times. Maybe we'll review those videos with you guys in a standalone video, or maybe we'll do it on the paranormal podcast. I'm sorry, the paranormal news podcast. And if we did get anything, but I can go back over some of the audio clips we've gotten, the EVPs, if you will. And all EVP is electronic voice phenomenon, meaning that when you're recording something like the podcast on audio, you get a voice. Hello? You get a voice that you didn't hear when you're basically talking at the point in time. Now, a disembodied voice, again, is something that you actually hear audibly. And it can be a voice, it can be anything. Like I just heard what sounded like hey or hi over my shoulder. It seems like the little kids are playing in the hallway. So, anyways, so essentially, yeah, that's it for this podcast. If you guys want to be on the show, we'd love to hear your story. If you have a video you want to share, an audio clip, or you just have a story, we'd love to talk to you about it. Again, there is no judgment on this show. We're not going to sit here and debunk your video or tell you it's fake or anything like that. We're just going to listen to your story and enjoy it. And people can make up their own minds. So, again, thank you guys so much for watching and listening and sharing our content on social media. If you guys can give us a like and a share onto your social media platforms, we are growing like crazy. Our podcasts are going nuts right now. We're gaining a lot of people on YouTube. We're gaining a lot of new people on Rumble following us and other platforms too. So if you'll do us a favor, share this video or share this audio clip on your Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or wherever you follow us at. We'd appreciate it. And again, love to have you on the show as a guest. And we'll stay tuned because we'll have a few more podcasts coming out today. Maybe the Bigfoot only podcast will come out today, and then maybe the crypto news tomorrow on Saturday. And then on Sunday, we'll try and get the paranormal podcast out. So, all right, guys. Well, we appreciate you. And thank you guys for listening to me ramble on for however long this has been going on for. And we will catch you on the next one.